Wow, OLIPHANATIC is a fantastic monster. Can't believe we are getting a MegaTaunt monster this early in the corrupted era. In order to get OLIPHANATIC, he is going to be a breeding event and also a Frat monster in a few days. His skillset isn't as good as say a Bombator or a Cryocrawler, but given we are so early on in the corrupted era, he's a very nice monster to have. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button to enter giveaways, grow in Monsterwood gems, legendary wars, titan dungeons, and race monsters. Let's go check him out. Welcome to Wubby Gaming, the place where gamers grow. Looking at the books, he is in Adventurers, Evil Legions, Villains, and Earth. Looking at Adventurers first, this book is so stacked. I don't know why almost every single monster is in Adventurers. In terms of corrupted eras, there's Sensei Pandakin, there's Colonel Pip, there's Wingsu, there's Master Rat, and there's also OLIPHANATIC. This is a super duper competitive book, and he is going to still be #1 support monster simply because he has MegaTaunt, but he's going to be quite easily taken down with both Master Rat, Wingsu, Colonel Pip. These are all monsters that can take him down quite easily with extra turns, so you will need to pair him up with anticipation type monsters or put him behind another MegaTaunt. In Evil Legions, he does compete against Boreanaut. The good thing about Boreanaut is he has a Uriel's holder, which is going to be helpful against Soul Drag. This one is actually probably a bit closer than it looks, and it's going to be a little bit more situational, but I would take a MegaTaunt over a Taunt and Uriel slot any day. Over in Villains, the main competition here is Minos. And there's also the old school Bombator. So he's basically going to take Bombator's spot, but these wars will be interesting because Hardy with anticipation is going to be here. Over in Earth, he takes over the really old school Daedalus, the old Earth MegaTaunt, but there's also Tabora here to remove positive effects as well. So the Earth book is competitive for OLIPHANATIC because Tabora is there, but he is still the standout monster here with no other corrupted friends. Looking at the skill set, he's actually not that bad as an attacker. He does have 8,184 power, and he does have a stack of life. The traits, he has Hardened, which is useful. He has Curse immunity, which is actually not too bad. Curse does take out a lot of damage, and he will face off against Tabora in the Earth book as well. But most importantly, rank 3 status caster MegaTaunt, that's what makes OLIPHANATIC really good. He has double shields, so that's going to make him even tankier, and most likely people will be putting Soul Drag on him because you sort of do have to take care of the MegaTaunt, otherwise it's going to be super annoying. The skills really select themselves. The tier 2 and tier 3 skills are the best. Starting from the bottom, Ivory War, MegaTaunt, 30% life shield, that's a must. You need to reapply MegaTaunt just in case you lose it. Bump the mouse, heavy earth damage, and apply stun. This is a little bit like Cryocrawler in a sense because it does stun the enemy, but just one enemy. Peanut Energy applies a 50% shield and heals itself by 25%. So this is going to be really good just to regenerate. And also against torches, you can apply this every 2 turns. So that should deal with most torches, unless he has like maybe 3 or more torches. And Mabath is quite useful as an attack and applies quicksands to all enemies. Looking at his skills, because he has moderate earth damage, a heavy earth damage, that's a 3-turn cooldown and a 2-turn cooldown. If you wanted to run him as an attacker, because pretty much every corrupted era monster can be run as an attacker now because of Unrelenting Assault, you could substitute one of the healing skills for either Mudjet, which has a quicksand, or Warfare Element, which has a 0 cooldown. So all round, in terms of skill set, his skill set isn't as good as say a Bombator or a Cryocrawler, but given we are so early on in the corrupted era, he's a very nice monster to have. In order to get OLIPHANATIC, he is going to be a breeding event and also a Frat monster in a few days. So around the time of the Boreanaut Tale starting, both the Frat event and the breeding event will start, so make sure you do have the parents for the breeding combo. Let's go check out who you need and who the other monsters are that you can get. OLIPHANATIC breeding event, welcome to a very special breeding event. Use the monsters you've owned in the past month of the Legends Pass for a high chance to get a brand new mythic monster, OLIPHANATIC. However, if the result isn't OLIPHANATIC, you may obtain 3 other amazing monsters, Corfor, Rebellis, or Bellydig. So Rebellis is actually quite decent as a MegaTaunt. You can run him as a level 4 MegaTaunt monster, so I will be excited to get a Rebellis on my hand. Corfor is an old school mythic attacker, and Bellydig is a legendary monster. I think his gold per minute is 244. He's the breeding combination which includes extra Legends Pass monsters as Jokers. Vishama, who we have had a lot of sales from, so you should have Vishama, or the Do, plus Chimney. We have had a lot of Monsterwood videos with Chimney, or the Hacksmith equals OLIPHANATIC. That's a 1 in 4 chance to get OLIPHANATIc, and if you miss, you get Corfor, Rebellis, or Bellydig. Every time you breed OLIPHANATIC, you'll get a Corrupted Era Dawn chest as a reward. Just remember that combining the 2 jokes won't give you a successful result. Start breeding now. So the only monster you can actually prepare for is Bellydig. So if you don't have Bellydig and you do have at least 1 cell, make sure you request those cells and craft it as soon as possible. So let me know what you plan to do with your OLIPHANATIC. Do you plan to get him just as a monster, or will you go up to rank 1, 2, 3, or maybe even higher? For me personally, I did save up some gems, especially for events like this in the new Corrupted Era. So combined with Frat events, I'll most likely get him straight to rank 3. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out one of these 2 videos over here. And if you think Wubby Gaming videos will help one of your friends grow, make sure to share with them as well. And I will see you next time.